Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving headfirst into the enigmatic and often romanticized world of the PhD journey. It's not just a pursuit of knowledge. Imagine navigating a complicated labyrinth. You think you've found the way out, only to find yourself back at the start? It's so much more than academic rigor. It's about building emotional resilience as well.
Yeah, I can see that. It sounds really intense. But, what exactly do you mean by emotional resilience? How does that fit into the whole experience?
Great question. Picture this. When you're stuck in a lab or library for hours on end, the feeling of isolation can creep in. I remember my own experience, buried under a mountain of research papers, and it felt like I was haunting my own life. You're doing all this hard work, but you can feel invisible. That loneliness amplifies self-doubt and really challenges your emotional strength.
Wow. Haunting your own life? That's pretty wild. But does everyone feel this way? What about those who seem super confident and organized?
That's a classic misconception. Even the most confident-looking PhD students often grapple with what's known as imposter syndrome. It's this nagging voice in your head, like a ghost whispering, "You're not good enough." Any piece of critique feels like a personal dig at your worth. I remember presenting my first research paper, feeling like I was on a tightrope. One misstep and I'd plummet into that pit of inadequacy.
Yikes! That sounds super intense. So how do they cope with that? Is there a way to build some sort of, confidence or resilience?
Absolutely. Developing coping mechanisms is essential. But here's the kicker. It isn't just about emotional ups and downs. Financial strain complicates things even more. Many students balance teaching jobs, part-time gigs, and their research. It's like walking a tightrope while juggling. Any mishap can make it all feel like a chore.
So it's like juggling balls while balancing on a tightrope? That's a kind of crazy visual. But what if you drop a ball? Do you, fall?
Exactly. Some people do slip into mental health challenges, anxiety, depression, especially with all those looming deadlines. It's really tough. And there's this stigma around seeking help. People think you're supposed to be invulnerable. But burnout is a common reality.
Whoa, that's super relatable. So do you think the PhD journey redefines who you are as a person?
Oh, big time. Relationships often take a hit. You might miss family gatherings, birthdays, you name it. It can really reshape your identity. I've seen friendships fade. It's heartbreaking to think about how people feel left behind while you immerse yourself deeper into research.
That's kind of heartbreaking. So how do you bounce back from that?
You learn cycles of resilience. Every setback isn't a failure. It's a lesson waiting to happen. So celebrating those small victories is crucial. It's like baking a cake. If the mix doesn't turn out right, you learn from it, adjusting the recipe for next time.
I love that cake analogy. So in a way, this whole journey, while it's challenging, shapes you into something stronger?
Absolutely. It cultivates self-reliance, critical thinking, and even humility. You become a storyteller and a problem solver. I'd argue that success is really more about growth than just reaching the finish line.
Wow, that's really inspiring. So even though it feels heavy, there's this transformation happening, right?
Exactly. And for those listening who might be in the thick of it right now, remember, you are not alone. These struggles are shared experiences. I hope institutions provide guidance with compassion. Remember, this labyrinth you're navigating is a place of transformation. You can forge strength and resilience to come out even brighter on the other side.
That's super motivating. I mean, who knew a PhD journey could be all about discovering light within the darkness? Laughs.